Hey there, my friend. Let's be honest. Everyone makes mistakes when speaking English, even people who've studied for years. Sometimes we don't even realize we're saying something wrong because it sounds right in our heads. But small mistakes can make a big difference in how confident, fluent, and natural you sound. The good news? You can fix them easily once you know what they are. In this lesson, we're going to look at 5 common English mistakes that many learners make when speaking. These errors happen in pronunciation, grammar, and even word choice. You might say something that's technically correct, but doesn't sound natural to a native speaker. Or maybe you mix up tenses without realizing it. Don't worry, this is completely normal. Every mistake is just another step toward mastery. By the end of this lesson, you'll not only recognize these mistakes, but also learn how to fix them instantly. I'll give you simple examples, easy corrections, and natural ways to say things like a fluent speaker. So, if you want to speak English clearly, confidently, and correctly, stay with me till the end, and let's see how many of these 5 mistakes you're secretly making. You might be surprised. Now, let's get started with mistake 1, one that almost everyone makes without realizing it. Mistake 1. Thinking in your native language before speaking English. One of the biggest mistakes many learners make is thinking in their native language first, and then trying to translate every word into English. At first, it feels safe, because you understand what you want to say in your own language. But when you start translating word by word, everything becomes slow, confusing, and unnatural. You begin to worry about grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary all at once, and your mind freezes. That's why sometimes, even though you know a lot of English words, you still struggle to speak smoothly. Imagine this. You want to say something simple like, "I'm going to the store." But instead of just saying it, your brain first builds the sentence in your native language, then tries to find each English word, checks if the grammar fits, and finally pushes you to speak. That process wastes time and kills your natural rhythm. Native speakers don't translate when they speak. They think directly in English. So, how do you fix this? The key is to train your brain to think in English for daily situations. Start small. When you wake up, describe what you're doing in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. I'm getting ready for work. Don't worry about perfection. Just keep it flowing. When you see objects, name them in English. When you think about something, try forming that thought in English. Over time, this becomes a natural habit. You can also practice by listening to short English clips and repeating them out loud. This helps your brain connect meaning to English words directly, without translation. Another trick is to write short journals in English about your day or your feelings. The more you use English to express your thoughts, the faster your brain will stop depending on translation. Remember, speaking fluently isn't about using difficult words or perfect grammar. It's about expressing your ideas naturally and confidently. So, if you catch yourself translating before speaking, pause for a moment. Take a breath. Then try to say it the English way, even if it's simple. With daily practice, you'll notice a big difference in your fluency and confidence. Now, let's move on to mistake 2, which stops many people from sounding natural, even when they use correct English words. Mistake 2. Speaking too fast without thinking about clarity. Many English learners believe that speaking fast means speaking fluently. But that's a big mistake. Real fluency is not about speed. It's about clarity, rhythm, and confidence. When you rush your words, your pronunciation becomes unclear. Your grammar breaks down, and your listener struggles to understand you. Sometimes you might even forget what you wanted to say halfway through the sentence. Speaking too fast doesn't make you sound confident. It makes you sound nervous. Think about great speakers. They don't speak fast. They speak clearly and with purpose. Every word has meaning, and their sentences flow naturally. When you slow down just a little, your brain gets time to choose the right words. Your tongue moves correctly, and your message sounds stronger. People remember what you say, not how fast you say it. So how can you fix this mistake? First, focus on clarity over speed. Practice short sentences and say them slowly but naturally. How are you today? I really enjoyed that movie. Can you please repeat that? Notice the rhythm and stress in each sentence. English is a language of rhythm, and when you find that rhythm, your speech becomes smooth and pleasant to listen to. Second, practice breathing while speaking. Take short pauses after every 2 or 3 sentences. These pauses make you sound calm, confident, and in control. Don't rush to fill every silence. Even native speakers pause often. Third, try recording your voice while speaking. When you listen to yourself, you'll notice where you speak too fast or mumble. Then repeat the same sentence more slowly until it sounds clear and natural. This self-awareness is one of the best ways to improve your spoken English. And finally, remember, your goal is to be understood, not to impress. Listeners appreciate calm and clear speech. It shows that you respect their time and want real communication, not just fast talking. Slow down, focus on meaning, and let your words carry confidence. When you master this, people will start saying, "You speak so clearly." And that's one of the best compliments a speaker can get. Now, get ready for mistake 3, a sneaky one that quietly makes your English sound less natural, even if your grammar is perfect. Mistake 3, using too many filler words when speaking. Here's another mistake that many English learners and even native speakers often make. Using too many filler words like like, or actually. These small words sneak into our speech when we're thinking about what to say next, and they can make you sound uncertain or less confident. A few fillers are fine. It's natural to pause while speaking, but when they appear in every sentence, your message loses strength. For example, imagine saying, I was going to the store, and actually, I forgot my wallet. It sounds nervous and unprepared, right? But if you say, I was going to the store, but I forgot my wallet, it's clear, direct, and confident. The difference isn't in vocabulary, it's in control. So why do we use filler words? Usually because we're afraid of silence. We think a short pause means we don't know what to say. But in reality, silence can be powerful. Good speakers use pauses to give their audience time to absorb their message. When you replace filler words with short pauses, you sound calm, thoughtful, and fluent. Here's how you can fix this mistake. Start by recording yourself while speaking English. Listen carefully and count how many times you say, or like. Don't feel bad if there are many. It's normal. The goal is to become aware of them. Once you notice them, start practicing speaking slowly and pausing instead of filling. If you need a moment to think, just stop for 1 or 2 seconds before continuing. That tiny silence feels natural and gives your words more power. Another great exercise is shadowing. Listen to English podcasts or videos with speakers you admire, and repeat after them. Notice how they pause, how rarely they use fillers, and how confident they sound. Try to match their rhythm and tone. Remember, confidence isn't about speaking non-stop. It's about controlling your voice, your pace, and your message. When you stop using unnecessary fillers, your sentences sound more professional, your meaning becomes stronger, and people take you more seriously. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "ah," or "you know," take a breath and pause instead. You'll instantly sound more fluent and confident. Now, let's move to mistake 4, one that can make your English sound less natural even when your grammar is completely correct. Mistake 4. Using correct grammar but unnatural expressions. Many English learners work hard to memorize grammar rules, and that's great. But sometimes, even with perfect grammar, the sentences you use still sound a little off. That's because grammar and natural speech are not always the same. English has a rhythm, a tone, and certain phrases that native speakers use naturally in daily conversation. When you speak in a too formal or textbook way, your grammar might be right, but your speech doesn't sound natural. For example, you might say, "I very like this movie." Grammatically, it sounds wrong because very doesn't work with like. The natural way would be, "I really like this movie." Or maybe you say, "I am agree with you." Again, it's grammatically incorrect. It should be, "I agree with you." These seem like small details, but they make a big difference in how fluent and natural you sound. Another common situation happens when learners translate directly from their native language. A sentence like, "I am here since 2 hours" sounds correct in your head, but in English we say, "I have been here for 2 hours." It's not just about grammar. It's about using the language the way native speakers actually do. So how can you fix this? The best way is by listening and noticing. Pay attention to how native speakers express themselves in TV shows, interviews, or YouTube videos. Focus on the phrases they use every day, like, "I'm not sure," "that makes sense," "let's grab a bite," or "I've got to go." These are small expressions that make your English sound real and alive. You can also learn through imitation. Choose one native speaker you enjoy listening to and repeat their sentences word for word. This helps you develop a natural rhythm and a real conversational flow. Write down short expressions that you hear often and practice them daily until they come out naturally in conversation. And here's a tip. Don't be afraid to simplify. Native speakers don't always use fancy grammar. They prefer short, clear, and direct sentences. Saying, "I don't know," or "that's fine," is much more natural than using complex structures. Remember, being natural in English doesn't mean using difficult words. It means speaking the way people actually talk. Once you focus on real expressions instead of just grammar, your English will instantly sound smoother, friendlier, and more fluent. Now, let's move to mistake 5, the final one, and it's a major reason why many learners lose confidence while speaking English. Mistake 5. Being afraid to make mistakes while speaking. This is one of the most powerful mistakes that stops learners from becoming fluent. Many people know a lot of English words, understand grammar rules, and even think in English. But when it's time to speak, they freeze. Why? Because they're afraid of making mistakes. They worry someone will laugh, judge, or correct them. This fear creates hesitation, and hesitation kills confidence. But here's the truth. Making mistakes is not a problem, it's progress. Every fluent speaker you admire made hundreds of mistakes while learning. The only difference is that they didn't stop. They kept speaking, kept learning, and improved with every error. English is not about being perfect. It's about being understood. The goal is communication, not perfection. Think of a child learning to speak. They make mistakes all the time, but they never stop talking. They laugh, repeat, and try again. That's why they learn fast. Adults, on the other hand, often overthink. They want to sound perfect before speaking, so they stay silent, and silence slows progress. To overcome this, you need to change how you see mistakes. When you say something wrong and someone corrects you, that's not failure. It's free feedback. You just learned something valuable. The next time you'll say it right, and it will stick in your memory. Every mistake teaches you how English really works. Here's a great way to practice. Talk to yourself in English for 5 minutes a day. Describe your thoughts, your plans, or what you did today. Don't worry about grammar, just speak. When you notice a mistake, don't stop. Correct yourself gently and continue. This habit builds both fluency and confidence. Also, surround yourself with English. Watch shows, listen to conversations, and practice shadowing speakers. The more you hear real English, the more natural your own speech becomes. Over time, you'll notice that you make fewer mistakes, but even when you do, you won't feel embarrassed. You'll simply move forward. Remember this rule: fluency grows from courage, not perfection. The people who speak English confidently are not the ones who never make mistakes. They're the ones who speak anyway. So next time you hesitate, just take a breath and speak. Your mistakes are your best teachers, and your courage is what makes you truly fluent. Now, let's wrap it all up with a short conclusion and final motivational message for your audience. Would you like me to write that next? Final words. So, my friend, you've just learned about 5 powerful mistakes that secretly stop so many people from speaking English fluently. Maybe you recognized a few of them in yourself. And that's a good thing, because awareness is the first step toward improvement. Remember, you don't need to sound perfect to sound confident. You just need to think in English. Slow down. Use natural expressions. Control your speech. And most importantly, never fear mistakes. Every time you speak, you're building fluency. Every conversation makes you stronger. Keep practicing daily, even if it's just for a few minutes. Talk to yourself, listen to others, and notice how real English sounds in daily life. You're not just learning English, you're training your mind to express itself clearly and confidently. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share your favorite part below. Subscribe to Impressive Learning English for more inspiring lessons that help you sound natural, confident, and truly fluent every single day.